Hey everyone, in previous videos we have shown you how to automate creating and replying to posts on Twitter. Today I've got something easier for you. I'm Zach, co-founder of Uxer, and in this video I'm going to show you how to automate liking posts on Twitter. With a quick copy and paste of our template in the link, you will have your automation ready to go in no time. Let's get started. What I'm going to do first is I will just copy the name of the scenario and I will just create a new scenario at the moment. Then I will scroll down on the documentation page and copy the scenario and paste it in code editor mode. Now actually I'm done. I just want to make sure that I'm connected to my computer. This is my agent. Make sure that your agent is registered and I have my agent installed here. And that's it. Once your automation is set up, you can schedule the scenario and even run it in the cloud for complete hands-off automation. The template is linked in the description, so you can get started right away. If you are interested in learning more about how this automation works, keep watching. I'm going to explain each step one by one so you can create your own personal automation scenarios. So scenario is running. It's just going to like 3 posts. It is now scrolling until it finds the like button. And scenario is completed. Let's close it. Let's go to basic mode and see what happened. So in the result, you see the steps one by one. If you want, you can just go to the step and then you will see 2 screenshots. And the second one, you are going to see that where the automation is actually clicked. Let's open this in bigger picture. Yes, this is the place the automation found and clicked. So let's regenerate these steps one by one. So the first thing actually, I will just continue to develop everything from here, just to not miss any point. So what I'm going to do is, first open Chrome. And the link is x.com. Click save. So whenever I run this, it should launch x.com. Super easy. Now, as you see here, it just opens the browser in incognito mode. This is the default settings. So to prevent this, what you can do is you need to go to options and change incognito mode to false. And now you are ready. Let's save it. If I run it now, it will just go to x.com. I'm already logged in, so I don't need to log in one more time. The next step is we want to be sure that the page is loaded when we open the page, because sometimes it takes time, right? For that, what we are going to do is we are just going to check one text on the screen. And in the previous example, we choose profile, which means that it will just check some text here, and in this case, it will check this text. Okay, simple. Let's run 2 of them. Okay, I'm just waiting a couple of seconds to make sure that the second step is also executed. Let's see from the last execution report. Yes, 2 of them found here. Let's go to report and see that it found here. Okay. And the next thing is, this is the hardest part. We are going to scroll. Okay, I want to scroll like I said 3 times. Let's scroll like 4 times. This is like 3, 2, 1. It depends on your computer's own settings. So you can just like experiment and see what works the best for you. So the question is, we are not going to scroll 1 time, right? We just like want to scroll until we see the like button. So for that, what we need to do is I will just like copy and paste from here. We will go to options, and here you will say you have an option to say until visible. Okay, I will just copy and paste this right now. So I will go to my scroll options, and here I want to scroll until image, the like image, which I will explain right now, is visible. Okay, so close it. Now we are done. So the next step is we scroll until we see the like image, and then the next step is we are going to click that image. I'm going to choose image. Here I will explain what does this parameter means. If you go to parameters here, I will just say like here. You are going to see ux_x.com _ like. This is the like button which we are trying to click. And here is the liked version. This means that like it's clicked already, right? This is the clicked versions. And here also we have the dark version of the same like button. So here we implemented something nice on the background. Depends, we just like look at your screen, understand that if you are using dark mode or light mode. So based on this, we on the background use just whatever relevant for your image. So actually you don't need to do anything here. You'll just choose any of them. Doesn't matter because we just like already prepare everything on the background. Then it's going to click the image. So just to be sure that it works, what I want to do right now is I will take a screenshot of the x.com. Scroll so that the X button heart icon is visible. What I'm doing right now is I take a screenshot. This screenshot area is helpful to create and debug your scenarios. For example, right now I create my image, right? I want to make sure that if this is visible on the screen, I will just click this to verify the location of the image which I choose, and it will directly highlight it for me here, right? It's pretty simple. And then the last step is, actually we are done, right? Like we click the like icon. So we are done. What we are going to do right now is just, I will duplicate the scenarios. The easiest way to duplicate is to go to code editor mode and just copy and paste this 3 times. Okay, I will also remove the previous scenarios here and save it. Okay, now actually my scenario is ready, but there are a couple of things I would like to also mention to make your life easier. For example, in here you can just like create your scenarios by clicking add scenario step. Let's say like click, and it will just like create the step for you immediately directly on the screen. This works most of the times. And in addition to that, you also can use the AI assistant. You can say like click text profile. Okay, just like explaining actually what I'm going to say, that like go to x.com in non-incognito window. Okay, then what we are doing, make sure that profile text is visible on the screen, and then scroll until I need to give the image name here. Is visible, and then click it. Okay, you'll see that like the scenarios created by the AI assistant, this is one way of generating the steps. So I can add them in the end. Okay, but now I will just like delete them. I also need to delete this one. And then we are ready. Let's go out and show a couple of more things here. So right now what we did is actually we created the scenario in manual mode, which means that everything is manual, and you don't teach your personalized AI assistant the relevant scenario. What I mean by that, like we have an options called like consistent mode and dynamic mode, which are available right now. Any scenario which you have built by consistent mode or dynamic mode is taught to your personalized AI automation. So that like whenever you next time create something similar, some similar scenarios, your AI automation will learn from the previous steps and then just will generate the scenario automatically for you. So let's experiment this. So right now what I'm going to do is, actually I will just copy this, okay, and I will create new scenario which I will create in consistent mode. Let's say this, and I will give the same directives here. I don't need any other knowledge here. In the beginning I will create scenarios. It's going to take a couple of seconds. It will just like look at the database and see that like which scenarios you have, and then in the end it will create similar scenarios based on the previous ones. So here you are going to see that like some steps created, okay, some different steps has been created because this is what they have in what I have actually in my database. So I just like want to optimize them. What I want to do is, actually I want to teach my assistant how to click 3 times, right? So I will just click and save it. Okay, this is how I save it. Now I just like want to also give some more directives to make sure that everything is good. No, actually I don't need anything else. So the next time what I'm going to do is I will again create scenario, automate liking, let's say this time like 5 posts on Twitter homepage. Okay, I will just give this same directives, and then I will create now. Right now when I go to the scenario, I'm going to see that actually the steps change than the previous one which we tried, because now my agent learned that this is how to like and post on Twitter, and then it used it created 5 likes here, 1 2 3 4 5. So this is how you can teach anything to your AI agent. If imagine that like you do something on a daily basis and you just create your setups one time and use consistent mode or dynamic mode one time, and your personalized agent learned what you want to be automated. This is just like your real personal assistant, and then you can create some similar automations much easier. You don't need to do everything from scratch from the beginning. Just one more small detail I want to mention: consistent mode and dynamic mode. I would like to mention here that the consistent mode means just that your scenarios regenerated once in the beginning when you create the scenario, and or if you just add some new directives to the scenario. Dynamic mode means that like you're just regenerating the scenario from the beginning each time. Imagine that like you want to post something on Twitter and you want to like something on Twitter, right? Like when you like something, your scenario steps are all the time same. You just go to Twitter, like the first 5 posts, and it's finished. Your scenario is same. But for example, if you want to post something on Twitter, you don't want to post the same thing over and over again. What you want to do is just like want to give some bulk of information, and you want AI to regenerate new post each time. For that reason, you need to use dynamic mode. These are the difference between consistent mode and dynamic mode. And of course, when you are done, what you can do is you can just create job. I will say like my job, and depends on your time zone. I will just go simple here, and you can just like schedule how you want to run those scenarios. One time, I mean on demand, or one time, or recurring. Let's say like I want to run this 1 time a day, right? I want to run this in 2 p.m. every day, every weekday. Okay, and then I select where I want to run this. I want to run this on my computer. If you want, you can run your automation in virtual machines. Depends on your setup. I will activate this, and then I can just drag and drop my scenarios here. I will just deactivate this at the moment. Okay, this is how you can easily schedule your scenarios, and that's it actually. Go ahead and try Uxer for free. Explore what it can do for your productivity. If you need more templates, just drop a comment below and we will be happy to help you out. Thank you.